So Chapter 11, Lesson 1 is the mean. Okay, so in the warm-up it says Tina and her friends downloaded songs for 6 weeks as shown in the table. So here they downloaded 12, 6, 10, 9, 4, and one song each week for 6 weeks. We want to know how many total songs were downloaded, and then number 2 says on average how many songs did they download each week. So for number 1, to find out how many total songs, total of course means we're just going to add them up, right? So when we add them up, we've got 12 plus 6 plus 10 plus 9 plus 4 plus 1 gives you 42. Very good. 42. So here we have 42 songs. So here we have 42 songs. Now, on average, how many songs did they download each week? So here, we're going to take the total number of songs, which was 42, and we're going to divide by the number of weeks, which is 6 weeks, and that will give us the average per week, which is 7. Very good. So, they downloaded 7 songs per week for 6 weeks. So, we're talking about the mean. Does anybody know what another name for the mean is? No? The average. Very good. Another name for the mean, another name for the mean is the average. Okay? So please make sure you write down these definitions. For the mean, it says that is the sum of the data divided by the number of pieces of data. It is the balance point for each, for the data set. Okay? And again, the mean summarizes the data using a single number. Now remember, the mean and the average, they are synonyms. They mean the same thing. Average is the same thing as the mean. Alright, so example 1 says find the mean number of representatives for the 4 states shown in the pictograph. Here, when you have a graph with pictures, that's called a pictograph. Okay? Alright, so we want to find the mean number of representatives for the 4 states shown in the pictograph. The way we do that is that we need to add how many representatives there are altogether, right? So, let's see. For Tennessee, how many representatives do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 there. How about for Kentucky? How many is that? 6. And then for Virginia, there's 11. So 9, 10, 11. Right? And then for Louisiana, there's 6. Very good. All right. So to find the mean, it says we're going to take the sum of the data divided by the number of pieces of data. Does everybody see that? We wrote that down in the definition, right? So, we're going to take the total here. So, let's see, 9 plus 11 is 20, plus 12 is 32. So, we're going to divide, to find the mean, we're going to take 32, and we're going to divide it by how many data items? What are we going to divide by? We're going to divide by 32, right? We're going to divide by 4. We're going to divide by how many states there are. So that's going to give me 32 divided by 4 is 8. Very good. 8 what? 8 representatives. Very good. Is everybody clear with that? 8 representatives. So here, there's a little note here I want to show you here. If we move the figures to equally distribute the number of representatives among the 4 states, then you'll see, let's move this one down here. Let's move this one down here, here, there, and there. Okay? So here you can see that it's equally distributed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 representatives. Is everybody clear with that? So each state has a mean or an average of 8 representatives. Let's do this guide problem together. So here in the table, and I want you to write down the table, I want you to write down the data items, and I want you to write down the direction, and I want you to write down this formula. Put all of that in your notes, okay? The table shows the number of CDs a group of friends bought. Find the mean number of CDs the group bought. All right, so here for this guided problem, we are going to add up all of the data items. So we're going to add 3 plus 4 plus 6 plus 0 plus 2. Now, I want you to keep in mind, even though 0 is nothing, right? It is still a data item, and you still have to count it as such. Okay? So in this case, how many data items do we have? 5. Is everybody clear with that? Okay. So, when we're adding, you guys, you need to make sure that you know that you can add in any order you want, right? You can add in any order you want. So, we're using the associative property of addition to do that. So, let's add, let's see. Let's add 4 plus 6, of course, is 10. And then 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 0, of course, is 0. So 10 plus 5 is 15. So we're going to write, we already wrote down the formula, so you're going to write your equals. The sum of the data is 15. And how many data items do we have? 5. So we're going to divide by 5. And 15 divided by 5 is 3. 3 what? 3 CDs. Very good. You need to make sure you are also labeling your word problem answers. So, here in the next example, this is called a dot plot. Please make sure you write the definition of the dot plot. Okay? This is a dot plot. There's the definition. In a dot plot, individual data values are represented as dots on a number line. Okay? Another name for this that you will see it referred to is a line plot. That is also called a line plot. So here, each one of those dots represents a number. Okay? So, there's 2 dots above 45, so how many 45s do I have in my list? 2 of them. So there's 45 plus 45. And then we'll add the rest of it, 47, 49, 50, and 52. Is everybody clear with that? To find the average, then, of course, just like the previous lesson example, we are going to add up all those numbers. We have 288, and we'll divide by how many data items there are. In a dot plot, to find out how many data items there are, you are going to just add the dots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll divide 288 divided by 6. That gives me 48. Okay? So the average temperature, or the mean temperature, is 48 degrees. So make sure you get this one written down in your notes. The dot plot shows the number of books Deanna reads each week of a reading challenge. Find the mean number of books that she read. Now, once again, to find the mean, we take the sum of the data and divide it by the number of data items. Is everybody clear? All right. So, here we want to add up the data. So, let's see. Remember, okay, you don't have to add 1 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 plus 4. Okay? You know repeated addition is multiplication, right? So here we're going to add 1 plus 3 3s, so that's 3 times 3, which is 9, plus 2 4s, which is times 4, which is 8. Very good. Is everybody clear with that?
Yes.
So, here, the sum of the data, if I add these together, 1 plus 9 is 10, plus 8 is 18. And then we'll divide by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not 3. Is everybody clear with that? You're going to divide by 6. So 18 divided by 6 is equal to 3. 3 what? 3 books. Very good. So that means that on average, Deanna read 3 books each week during this reading challenge. So example 4 says, the number of minutes Marielle spent talking on her cell phone each month for the past 5 months were 494, 502, 486, 690, and 478. Suppose the mean for the 6 months was 532. How many minutes did she talk on her cell phone? Okay, so during the 6th month. Okay, so to find the mean, we know that we need to find the mean. We need to know we add the sum, take the sum of the data, and we're going to divide by how many data items there are. Is everybody with me? We know that formula. Okay. If I look at the important information, let's see. The past 5 months, she talked on the cell phone that many times, in that many minutes, right? It says, suppose the mean for the 6 months is 532. The mean for the 6 months was 532. Okay? So here, if I'm going to find the sum of the data, of course, we're just going to add 494 plus 502 plus 486 plus 690 plus 478 plus, do I know what that is?
No.
No. And if I don't know what that is, what am I going to use in my equation? A variable. Very good. So here, this is going to be my x. So when we add up all those numbers, we get 2,650, right? So we add up all those numbers, and that's 2,650. Okay? That's all the numbers that we know. That's all the data items that we know. But there's one more that we don't know, and we still have to add that in, right? So that's going to be plus x. Is everyone with me? What's that going to be equal to? Oh, we have to do the divided by the number of data items. How many data items are there? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? There's one more little piece of important information. The mean for the 6 months was 532. The mean goes on the other side of that equal sign, right? So this is equal to 532. So now, this is the equation that we need to solve. You guys remember how to solve this? Let's use our cover-up, okay? We're going to cover up the term, or terms, that include the number that we're solving for, right? So if I cover up, I'll just scribble it out like this. If we cover up this, what do I need to get rid of? The 6. Very good. Now this says, because this says all of that stuff up there divided by 6, how do I get rid of that 6? This division, we're going to multiply. The inverse of division is multiplication, right? So we're going to multiply both sides of the equation times 6. Over here, 6 on top, 6 on the bottom, those cancel out. Is everybody with me? So now, let's get our calculator, and we've got So 6 times 532 is 3,192. Okay? So that's going to be 3,192 is equal to whatever's left over there, which is 2,650 plus x. And now, how do I get that x by itself? You're going to subtract on both sides. Very good. So 2,650, subtract on both sides. Those will cancel. And we're left with x on that side. And then on this side, 3,192 minus 2,650. That gives me 542. So, x is equal to 542. 542 what? Minutes. Very good. 542 minutes. So, the unknown number of minutes that we were solving for, right, is 542 minutes. Got it?